So with the recent growth of OG Bakugan now getting their own fan game, Baku Project, and YouTubers reviving the OG Bakugan, such as Brawlers, have you ever wondered if there's a game in the works in the VR version of Bakugan? Now, let me go more into detail about this. What I mean is a game where you can literally walk around, throw Bakugan with your hands, be immersed, actually be there, and, use ability cards. Now that might sound like a very sick idea, and it's an idea which, with our current technology, is definitely very possible. Now you might already know I've already streamed this on my channel. I've streamed Yu-Gi-Oh! In VR called DMVR, and it's very similar to Bakugan. It's just a couple of aspects that are, a lot more simple. Now, making a Bakugan VR game would not be an easy task, as you would have to get models, you would have to make it so that abilities actually do something, or you could just do exactly what the MVR did and make it so that it's a complete role-playing game and you have to add the G-Power yourself or whatever it is may be the case. Now, one thing is for sure, the fact that we have a Yu-Gi-Oh! VR game signifies that Bakugan could get a VR game if just the right developers got notice of this game, or rather this franchise. I'm hoping to God that there is someone currently working on making a VR game of Bakugan. Now, I just hope that it's not Season 1. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Season 1. Compared to Season 2 and Season 3, I think Season 2 is probably the better one. Wouldn't you just love to see yourself use a gauntlet? Like saying Gauntlet Power Strike and then having voice commands. Gauntlet Power Strike starts the battle and then you could be like, ability activate, throw your gate cards. Wouldn't that be awesome? I've had this vision for a couple of days now, and I definitely think it's doable. All that we really need are some capable VR developers that are willing to give it a shot. They just need the right funding, they need a modeler, someone who's good with code. This is all very doable. I've already seen multiple amazing models that, you could use as samples on the internet, where you could literally buy the models and use them for your own purpose. Now, I'm not saying to do this, but it's a pretty good start. Imagine you could go into a VR game, throw a alpha hydronoid and use an ability and then see the animation. DMVR already has animations and design beautiful models and effects. Now you might be like, well, it's copy paste. Well, same as with Bakugan. You could literally copy paste. If you go into the Defenders of the Core, you could literally go in there, you could rip the models, and you could literally just put them in the game. Now, I've literally done this myself. I've done it. I've made a YouTube announcement about it. I've literally ripped Helios from Defenders of the Core. I've ripped Drago and Hydronoid. I just haven't done anything with them. I hope that someone out there is willing to give an attempt at making a Bakugan VR game, and someone with the right funding or someone who wants funding. Obviously, you could do what BakuDev did, start a Patreon to support the project. Obviously, a lot of people will buy into this, and me included. I would literally be down to fund a project of that myself, but I just don't know the people to reach out to. But guys, let me know in the comments, what season do you think would be the best having a VR game of? Personally, I would say Season 2, simply because of the gauntlets. Imagine a gauntlet on your player model, and yeah, you could literally just throw a Bakugan, it stands, and yeah, the model stands still, just moves slightly, and then, it has a passive animation going back and forth, something like that. Imagine you throw in Preyas, he does a couple of flips at times, tries to be funny, voice lines, use an ability, boom. Does the ability, plus a certain amount of G's. If any VR devs out there are listening and you want to give this a shot, or if you'd be willing to give it a shot, please hit me up on Discord. I'm not gonna lie, I myself have tried to just make a VR game just to see how it would kind of be, and let me just be honest, I've gotten to the point where I'm able to interact with objects, throw stuff, and just walk around, look. I've imported a Bakugan model, a ball form, and it worked. I could throw it. The only problem was, if you wanted to stand, you're gonna have to have a separate model, which is of standing, and then you're gonna have to do a lot of code, stuff like that, which I'm not too intelligent about, so there you go. If you're good at code, if you're, you know, a VR dev, please hit me up, bro, because we need to make this happen. We have gotten one of our childhood games, which was Baku Project, which is now real. It's playable. It's of season 1 currently, and it will be all of the seasons. Now, if only we had a game like that in VR. Imagine the plays you could do. And that the only reason I'm saying season 2 would be better for optimization is because imagine it being season 1 and there would be 4 gate cards. How are you going to aim throwing your Bakugan at one of those gate cards? It's going to be difficult, unless it's going to be like not VR, and you could just click and point, which would be boring, right? This is why I suggest being at season 2, because then you could just throw the Bakugan, it stands, and then you could fight. Although it being a lot more work, because there's a lot of models you'll have to make yourself, it's worth it. And I hope this vision can be seen and brought to life. I'm hoping by the end of 2024 or, you know, mid 2025 that this dream of mine could be brought to life. And I hope this spreads some awareness. I hope a lot of you guys can, you know, help me out, try and spread this to some VR devs, because this is crazy. This is a crazy idea and ambition that I want to happen, and I'd be so down for it. And obviously, if you guys want to help me out with this and this actually happens, I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna start up a Patreon, something like that, because hey, the VR market currently not too hot, so maybe some VR devs are just, you know, itching for a chance at something big. But hey, that's all I'm gonna say for this now. I've been dragging on for too long, and hey, hope you guys did enjoy this. Make sure to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts about this. Do you think a VR game of Bakugan would be pretty cool? One that you could play on PC without a VR headset, as well as with a VR headset, which would make it even more immersive? Let me know in the comments below. But hey, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.